had this spark and this real spirit about her.
Alex was awesome. She was so positive, always bubbly, had a smile on her face.
On March 15th, 2002, 16-year-old Alexandra Miliotis passed away following a 10-month battle with leukemia. Now more than a decade later, Alexandra's spirit lives on in the hearts and souls of her loved ones, including close friend Ashley McLaughlin, who is preparing to run the Boston Marathon in her memory.
Ashley running the marathon in the memory of my sister is really just kind of emotional and motivating and inspiring. Last year was the 10-year anniversary of the start of Alex's team, and she had mentioned that running marathon was something that she'd always liked to do, and just in the spirit of Alexandra, she really thought it was the time to do it, and so that was really inspiring and really cool to me.
It's always been a goal of mine to run it. I really want to test myself and see if I could do it. But also this past fall we had the 10-year Alex's team event, and I had been talking to Ariana about it a little bit, and I thought it'd be a great reason to run and a great cause to raise money and just keep her spirit alive.
From a young age, Alex became passionate about sports, almost always teaming with Ariana and McLaughlin.
As far back as I can remember, actually, our brothers Jordy and Tommy have been friends and playing sports since they were little kids. So, I mean, 3, 4, 5 years old, Alexandra and Ashley and I have always been playing together, playing sports together. Just good friendship.
Alex was awesome. She was so positive, always bubbly, had a smile on her face, very competitive with everything she did. She was a great athlete on the court, and also just a person, really fun to be around and just always made you smile.
My sister was definitely one of a kind. It's funny to say, since we're twins, people always used to ask us when we were little, what's it like to be twins? And you know, we would be like, what do you mean? I don't know anything different. My sister had this spark and this real spirit about her. She was athletic, she was smart, she was funny, and she kind of had this temper that was kind of actually funny, which was a sort of spark about her that really made her an individual.
So when Alex was first diagnosed, I remember that day exactly. We were pulled out of class by our guidance counselors, and we all met. I really didn't understand what was going on. Really had never heard the word leukemia before. But then as we kind of gained more knowledge on it, and as the process went along, it was still to this day, you know, the worst thing I've ever seen an individual or a family have to go through.
I mean, it was something that none of us had ever experienced before. I think that the thing that was the most powerful and the most inspiring was not only Alexandra's strength, but our friends and family really creating a support system around us, and just seeing kind of the whole town rally around our family and my sister was the most powerful and emotional part.
I know we always think back to that year we won. It was actually very close to Alex's passing, and we all said Alex was in the heavens and she made it happen. The year when Samantha Hughes hit those foul shots to win the state championship for us.
I think it was one of the most amazing and powerful experiences I've ever gone through. Basketball and sports in general were something that my sister and I and our entire family shared together, so it was a real inspiring event to kind of have that happen the way it did. It was, I mean, the Townsman and the Tribune promoted in the headlines an angel on the rafters, and that's really what we felt like on the court, and you know, when that final buzzer rang. So Alex's team actually started the concept by Stephanie Ragucci, who was our freshman basketball coach and math teacher at Andover High. It was actually before Alexandra died. We wanted to do something through sports and kind of as a community to really pick up her spirits and keep her with us when she wasn't able to be. So I believe the first, or one of the years of the Larry Robinson race, who was the high school principal in Andover a few years ago, Steph thought of this idea of having a team together that would be Alex's team to walk and run in the race in the spirit of her. We all were kind of talking to her on the phone and keeping her with us as we did that, and that was the spark of what has now become, for the last 11 years, a real motivation in my life, and something I'm really inspired by.
Yeah, so Alex's team is a foundation. They raise money to help doctors and nurses go through school and then provide care for people with leukemia and other types of cancer. So Ariana and her family have kind of brought this foundation along for the past 10 years. I've kind of just been there to help and support and go to all the events and just kind of keep her spirit alive.
Watching Ashley run the marathon in memory of Alexandra is going to be so powerful and emotional. I'm just so proud of her. Ashley's always been an incredibly hard worker and very dedicated to everything that she does, and I know this is not going to be any different. Watching her cross that finish line is going to be something that she should be really proud of, and a big accomplishment, and I'm just lucky that me and my family get to be part of it.
Yeah, so Ari and I have remained very close over the past few years. Since we were young kids playing soccer together. We were about 5 or 6. And then she actually coincidentally moved into the apartment next to me in Brighton 2 years ago. So we've definitely remained close, and she's always been a great friend. I'd say it's been more mentally challenging than physically. Just staying on track, life gets in the way, so it's not like I can allocate 3-4 hours every Saturday morning to make my run. So definitely been having to make some sacrifices and stay focused with my main goal. I think it's going to be emotional. This is something I've had my mind set on for a while now, running a marathon, and finally this year I've had the time for it and to prepare. So it's going to be emotional, and it's just going to be awesome and exciting, and definitely going to try and savor the moment.
It'll probably be pretty sweaty, but it'll be great. I know that she'll be she should feel such a sense of accomplishment, and it's just going to be a really powerful moment.